Morning, everybody. Today, I want to pick up where we left off yesterday, talking about practicing the paraphrases. So if you'll get out the paraphrase that you were working on yesterday. We had just started like with the first sentence. So Robert, will you type your first sentence again? Let me paste in the paraphrase paragraph we were working on. Okay, Antarctica is a major source of cold on Earth, right? So let's look at this is the original. There we go. Okay. So that's the first part of what they're saying in that sentence, right? It's a major source of cold, right? What is the main point of the sentence? What's it saying about what that source of cold does? Somebody have a sentence that helps them out where it talks about, let's see, it has control over our climate. Okay. Okay, I like that, Adeline. It's a major source controlling our environment. Can we say source of temperature? You think that'd make it clear? Okay, let's go to the next sentence. Somebody give me another one. The next sentence says, yeah, cold ocean water around Antarctica flows north to mix with warmer water from the tropics. And its upwellings help to cool both the surface water and our atmosphere. I think we can simplify that. So essentially, explain it to me. What is that sentence saying? Justin, what do you have? Okay, Robert, I like it. See. Well, I think we might just tweak it a little bit and say the cold water mixes with the warmer tropical water instead of it's cold water, so we can refer back to Antarctica. Maybe cooling the ocean surface. Now we're like polishing, right? We got the basic idea. The Earth's atmosphere, is that what you mean, Robert? Okay. So the Antarctic, like the sun, is a major source of temperature controlling our environment. Its cold water mixes with warmer tropical water, cooling the ocean surface and the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, I like it. Let's go back to the original. And it's okay to use the word atmosphere if there's not another good word for it. And really, I think atmosphere is the best word here. I mean, you could get fancier, but I think you could get away with it for, this paraphrase. Now, the last important point he wants to make, yet the fragility of this regulating system is now threatened by human activity. So, Emma, what do you have for that one? Mary, can you help her out? Human activity. I like the way you moved human activity to the beginning. I think we could get a little bit farther away from the original language. So what else could we say, you guys, besides human activity? You mean gentle regulating system? Let's polish it now. Everyday activities. Oh, the human population. Okay, I like it, Justin. Human population. So what are we doing that's threatening the Earth's environment? Our pollution, yeah. Did they get, now let's check it against the original, did they get that specific? Yet the fragility of this regulating system is now threatened by human activity. So they're kind of vague about it. So how about actions? So we can stick to exactly what they're talking about. Does that make sense? The human population's actions are, what's a different word? Instead of threatening, for making changes to, negative changes to. Ooh, modern day practices or modern actions, yeah, are weakening. Weakening. It's more like, yeah. You guys agree with the connotation? Crippling? Okay. Let's look at the original word. Threatening. Okay. So is crippling too strong when you're comparing it to the original word? What do you guys think? Or do you think it's right? You like it? Okay. They are crippling. Now, what about the last part? So gentle system, I think we might want a different word. So what's a different word for fragile? Something that has the same kind of connotation. Anybody have Word open? You can right click on it, on fragile. Brittle, I think you're getting there. I think it's close. Let's try delicate. What do you guys think? Yes, exactly. The human population's actions are crippling this delicate, frail. Yeah. Delicate kind of think has the same connotation as fragile, like easily broken, but brittle does too. So yeah, I'd say that any of those could work. So crippling this delicate. And then do we still want to use system, or do you guys prefer a different word? We could say balance. You guys like balance? So let's put it all together. Because the last thing that you want to do when you're doing the paraphrase is you want to check and make sure it doesn't add anything to the original or take anything away from it. Let me find all the pieces. All right, last piece. The human population's actions are crippling this delicate balance. Okay, hold on, I tacked on the top one. Start where? The Antarctic, like the sun, is a major source of temperature controlling our environment. The cold water mixes with the warm water, cooling the surface in the atmosphere. I think we tweaked that a little bit. I think I got the wrong piece. So its cold water mixes, right, with the warmer tropical water, cooling the Earth's surface and its atmosphere. The human population's actions, excuse me, are crippling this delicate balance. So do we feel like, let's look at the original again. The Antarctic is a vast source of cold on our planet, like the sun is a source of heat. It exerts tremendous control on our climate. I'd say that's reflected in the first sentence, right? Anybody think we left anything out? I think we have his main idea here. Okay. So once you explain it in your words, like just imagine you're telling it to somebody who read it and they don't understand what the passage is saying, and you're kind of putting it in the way that you would say it to translate it for them. That's essentially what paraphrase is. Okay. And it's a lot of the work that you do in your research paper to translate sources for us. And then now that you've paraphrased it, you can offer your opinion of that. Okay. So you can say, you know, he's pointing out that human activity is causing problems for our planet. Basically, you're commenting on it and explaining the significance of what he's saying or what your source is saying. Okay. So now I'd like to add in a signal phrase. Remember, we talked about the signal phrases and started to get into what those are. So here is a video that starts, like we talked about the very basic format, which is saying, according to reporter Susan Smith, and then you're explaining what it is she has in the article. But we're going to get a little more sophisticated about it. The first time you introduce a source, you generally want to tell us the full name of the author, okay? And sometimes the title of the work or the website publication. And after that, you can refer to them by their last name, Collins, you know, Brown. So let me show you this video. Second. many windows. All right, I'm gonna have you guys watch this video because I am having problems getting it to share correctly. So hold on while I paste it in there. Okay, go and watch this video. And everybody, when you're done, type done into the chat. It's only 3 minutes long. Couple more minutes. Okay, stop there if you haven't finished the video yet, because I want to have time to try out the signal phrases together. So this is the source information for the article. That we just took the paraphrase and paraphrased that section from. So now, using the advice from the video, if it's the first time we're going to introduce something from this article, what kind of signal phrase would you use based on the citation? Okay, and you'll see, are you starting with the title? That means they don't have the author per se listed. Okay, so we can use in the article, right, Captain Cousteau, and then who said this? We go back to the original, who is originating this quote? Julian, who said it? It's up in the chat. Okay, and who is Jacques Cousteau? Somebody Google him really quick. If you had to come up with 1 or 2 words to describe him, what would they be? French naval officer? That's one of the things he was. Are we going to listen to a French naval officer talk about the environment? What are his qualifications to talk about the environment? He's an author. Thank you, Justin. What does he write about? Yeah, he studied the sea and its life forms, right? So, ocean expert? Okay. Start our signal phrase. Ocean expert Jacques Cousteau. Now, what's he going to do? Is he going to say it? Is he going to claim it? Is he going to point it out? What do you guys want? Claims. Okay. And then we can drop in our paraphrase, right? And generally, you have a comma there if it flows well into the rest of it. So, and it does in this case. Ocean expert Jacques Cousteau claims the Antarctic, and we're going to make this lowercase since it's paraphrase. Like the sun is a major source of temperature controlling our environment. Its cold water mixes with the Earth's warmer tropical water, cooling the surface and its atmosphere. Human population's actions are crippling this delicate balance. We might add a transition word in there to polish it even more, right? What is the in-text citation going to look like then? If you look at the information on the source, because if we go to the works cited page and look up Jacques Cousteau, he's not going to be there because this is all the information we have on the source. So what would be, from you guys doing the MLA presentations, what would be the in-text citation at the end of that sentence? If I go to the works cited and look it up, it's going to look like this. So what has to be in that in-text citation for us to be able to look it up? That's part of it, right? What's the title of the article? Yeah, page number if we have it. Start our parentheses. And then the first thing that's going to be in the works cited entry is Captain Cousteau, right? That's what I'm going to look for. It's the first thing, right? So that's what would be at the end. Because then I can take that piece of information and I can go to the works cited, right? And I can find it alphabetically by Captain Cousteau. Or if we mention it, we go back to our paraphrase and our signal phrase, Let's just say this is the first time again that we're introducing. So we say something like, in the article, Captain Cousteau ocean expert Jacques Cousteau claims the Antarctic, and then basically introduce our paraphrase. And then if there is a page number, right, we will put it at the end. If there is no page number, it would look just like this. You guys with me? So you're basically, for the signal phrase, putting the pieces together the first time. You might want to introduce the article and author. After that, you can say the author's name or the article Captain Cousteau also says, as long as we can tell it's all from one same source. Is this making sense, guys? Yes. So that's what I'm looking for you to use in your first draft. We're about to run out of time here. Or not your first draft, your final draft for Monday. Is I want to see you using signal phrases, paraphrasing, using the MLA citations to support what the sources are saying, to support both sides of your argument. Okay? If you have any questions, email me. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys on Monday. Okay?